Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon. Hello, my dear students and the viewers who are watching my class today. I heartily welcome you from Madam Bibirhat Shahjahan Online School. I'm an assistant teacher of English of Krishna Kumari City Corporation Girls High School. Today, I'm here with a class for Class 9 English for today. Dear students, this is a very critical time for the whole country. That is why we are staying at home and we are doing well at home, I think. I hope, because this is a free time for you. So today we will discuss a very important lesson for you from English for today. This book, I think you are ready with this book, and also please keep ready your pen, pencil, exercise book, etc. Today we will discuss a topic from Unit 4, Lesson 3. So you can easily understand this lesson, I think, but we will start introducing myself. As I have told you, I'm an assistant teacher of English, Krishna Kumari City Corporation Girls High School. So, dear students, first of all, let's see a picture. You see a picture where you see thousands of people gathering in a railway station. So this kind of events happen when there is any big festival such as Eid al-Fitr, Eid al-Adha, or any other big festivals when people enjoy public holiday. So you see, this kind of density of people is a common scene in our country. So Bangladesh is a densely populated country. So we have acute shortage of some of our basic necessities such as food, shelter, treatment. Also, there are problems of in education sector. Um, these are the basic necessities. So today our lesson is our food and shelter. Our food and shelter. It's from Unit 4, Lesson 3. After the end of the lesson, you will be able to learn new words, comprehend the text after reading, talk about population problem, discuss the possible impacts of overpopulation, write composition. These are the key learning outcomes of this lesson. So, before start, we generally discuss some the vocabularies you probably don't know. or unknown to you. So, as usual, we will discuss some vocabularies. First of all, you see a picture on an old farmer plowing his field to grow crops. Can you guess the vocabulary I want to discuss? The field which is fit for cultivation, that means where you can grow crops, is called a fertile land or cultivable land. There's another name of this word. This is called arable. Arable. This is an adjective that means cultivable. Synonym cultivable. So you can say we need arable field to grow crops. So our first vocabulary is arable. The next one is, you see a mustard field. Um, this is a familiar picture to all of you. So this is a mustard field. Our next vocabulary is mustard. This is a noun, that means synonym rapeseed. So you can say rapeseed is one of the most important cash crops in Bangladesh. So next vocabulary, you can say tamarind, that is a noun. So you see a fruit. This is very familiar to you and very popular to women. That means chocolate colored fruit with acidic pulp. You see pulp, this is pulp. This is chocolate colored pulp. It's very sour, you know. So you can say there was a huge tamarind tree in our village. If we make a sentence, then uh, we don't have any vocabulary right now. So we are going to discuss some of the sections of this lesson. First one is, there's two pictures in your book. You see there are two pictures in this lesson. So this is black and white, and this one is colored picture. So it's a house built on tree, and another house is on boat, floating boat. So now you have to discuss, or you have to write, or you have to think about the problems if our population becomes double the number we have now. How can you do it? This is very easy, and you have all the experience of this thing. Suppose our population is now 15 crore. If the population becomes 30 crore, what will happen in our country? As already our country is very densely populated, and we have several acute problems to meet our basic necessities. What will happen if the population becomes double? So naturally you can understand there will be serious problems for all of us if the population becomes double. What may be the problems? Suppose we will need more houses, more food, more health care facilities, more educational institutions, all the things. all the demand of these things will become double. So the possible answer is many of the people might live on trees or on the floating boats in the river. So we have discussed the pictures. You see the reading passage. I'm going to read the passage and discuss the key features of this text. This is a dialogue based text where Mrs. Chaudhary and her students are talking about the class comes up with different problems. One group leader says the scarcity of food will be a serious problem in the years ahead. It is true that our agriculturists have developed new varieties of rice and its per acre production has definitely increased, but the rate of increase in food production cannot keep pace with the rate of population growth. This is because our land is fixed. We cannot increase it, while our population is increasing rapidly. Another group leader comes up with the housing problem in the country, which he says adds much to the food problem. He says families are growing larger in size and at the same time breaking into smaller families. Each smaller family needs a separate house to live in. Also, the arable fields are being divided by these smaller families among themselves. Mills and factories are being set up, which occupy a considerable portion of our land. So, while we need more land to grow more food to feed more mouths, our land is shrinking day by day. If our population grows at the present rate, a day will come when many people will not find any land to build a house on. And as a result, many of them might live on trees or on the floating boats in the rivers. So the students discussed these kind of problems with the teacher. I am not going to read the full text. You understand? You can read the text yourself. So I will just discuss some of the key sentences of this text. You see a picture of a larger family and a smaller family. So the text says families are growing larger in size and breaking into smaller families. That is why they need more things to live. And another key sentence is trees are being cut, hills are being cleared, and water bodies are being dried up. So people want to meet their demand. That is why they are cutting down trees, clearing the hills, and drying up the water bodies so that they can build different um, construction. Mills and factories are being set up which occupy a considerable portion of our land. This is same thing that if you set up mills and factories in the cultivable lands, it will shrink day by day. So this will um, keep a pressure on food production. So the same thing happens when the crops field is spoiled by the unplanned trees built here and there. So if you build houses on crop fields, on cultivable lands, so the uh, beauty of crop fields is spoiled. And another important thing is that increasing food production cannot keep pace with the rate of population growth. The population growth is very high, and the food production in our country cannot keep pace with this rate. So, we have discussed some of the key sentences of this reading text. So these are the some of key sentences. So we will discuss now. Uh, you have understood the text, and we have discussed some of the key facts of this text. Now this is your testing time. I think you can answer the MCQ questions of that follows the text in section D. First one is the rate of increase in food production cannot keep pace with the rate of population growth. The sentence means that food production, what? What should be the answer? Food production is less than what is needed. Yes, you are right. The answer is B. How can housing problem add to our food problem? Question number 2. What should be the answer? For making too many houses, people are using cropland. So answer is D. What makes our land shrink day by day? Mentioned in line number 13. You see, the answer is houses and factories are being built on it. That means people are building houses and factories on land, that is why they are shrinking day by day. And question number 4, many people may have to live on trees because they may not find land to make houses. Yes. And question number 5, people are cutting down trees to what? To grow crops or make houses. So this is very easy for you. I think you have understood the text, and keep practicing at home. There is a pair work in the textbook in section E. As you were staying at home alone, you have to do it yourself right now, and I'm going to discuss it with you. You see, make a list of things Mrs. Chaudhary saw as a child in the village. How do you know from the text that she liked them? We have discussed the text, also we have studied it well. So we know about the things that Mrs. Chaudhary saw as a child in the village. So let's see the list. The things that Mrs. Chaudhary saw as a child in the village are green paddy fields, yellow mustard fields, a tall tamarind tree, a big banyan tree, a wood in the northern side of the village. So I think you have many of you have this kind of experience as Mrs. Chaudhary had as a child in the village. Green paddy fields, yellow mustard fields, a tall tamarind tree, a big banyan tree, a wood in the northern side of the village. Wood means forest. Here, wood means forest. So we have done this activity too in section E. We have almost come to a conclusion of the lesson today. We have a homework for you. I think you will study the text again at home and try to write a composition about your village or locality. Describe any change in the things you have noticed over the years, such as houses, fields, trees, plants, etc. If you have noticed any change in your village, then you have to mention it in the composition about your village or your locality. So this is very funny, this is very easy for you, and I hope you can write it easily. So best of luck, and thank you very much for your patience, and please keep watching our um, online school classes from Madam Bibir Hut Shahjahan online school. So it will help you a lot to prepare yourself for the exam, um, and wish you all the best. Please stay at home if you don't have any urgency. So thank you very much for today. Thank you.